Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you guys doing? Well, I got a new hook from Core Tackle, and this is called their Scamper Head. And this is the 2/0 1/32 ounce size, and it's for rigging a fluke. That's why it was created. Who knows what more we'll use with it. But I just got these today, and I just practiced rigging one up, and it's pretty straight. But this is going to be a new way to rig your Zoom flukes, or whatever soft plastic jerkbait you like to throw. So I did get, they had 4 sizes, but I only got the smaller sizes for a regular fluke. So this is, as I said, the 2/0 1/32, and I also got the 2/0 1/16. So this is a new, hooking, rigging style. Matt Steffen, Matt Becker, they've done some videos on these on YouTube on how to rig a fluke, and I love to throw a fluke. So if there's a different way to rig it, I'll try it. And it's, after I've done it here once, it's pretty simple. And what's nice about this is your hook is exposed. Usually when we throw a fluke, or when I throw a fluke at least, I like to use an EWG hook, which works fine. But that hook is always laying right on top of the plastic. Here, your hook is going to be out. So if those fish come up and hit that, it's gonna be a pretty good hook set. We'll have to see how the action on it is. This is, we'll add some weight to the fluke so you can get it deeper. It won't pop out of the water like a fluke can do when you're working it. The guys were saying it gives a little more vibration to it. As I said, my legs are still frozen, so obviously I haven't thrown this yet. But really, for me, the fluke bite doesn't get going till that water gets a little warmer anyway, so this isn't a cold water bait for me. I'm throwing a hard jerk bait then, but they look pretty cool. So they come in a 3-pack. This, as I said, that 2/0 1/32. So I got a 3-pack. I got 2 of them out. One is in there, and then I've got that 2/0 1/16. I also grabbed a few of their, just kind of stocked up. I love throwing that the finesse tush head. This is the 1/8 ounce 2/0, which is really good for rigging on your 3/3s and 3/8 Kitex, or whatever swim bait you like to use, whatever boot tail you like to use. But I really like that finesse tush for those. If you guys haven't seen this bait before, or this hook before, I'll show them to you quick here. I have a lot of other videos on the tush head you guys can check out, but I do like that finesse one. Fits in there nicely, doesn't tear the bait, and it gives you a good hookup. So that's the tush head there in the 2/0 1/8. Just got a few more of those. Let's see, what else did I grab? The finesse tush in the 2/0 1/4 ounce. Got a pack of those. I got the 2/0 3/16 in the finesse tush head, and I don't know if this will make a difference, but they have been running some limited edition runs on some of their tush heads and the hover rigs with the red paint on the lead part. I figured, what the heck, I'll try it. This is the 2/0 3/16 tush head with the red paint on it, and this is the big one, the 4/0 3/8 for your bigger swim baits. I figured I'll try some of their limited run red. We'll see. Maybe the red coming through a white bait will show up. And I grabbed the hover rig in the red, the 3/0 1/8, and I think these are the weedless ones. Yeah, these are, or I'm sorry, the non-weedless ones. They don't have the weed guard on them. So as I said, 3/0 1/8, and this is the 1/0 hook 3/16. So if you guys think those red colored ones look kind of cool, I figured I'd try them. I don't know how much it'll make a difference, but what the heck, we'll give it a try. I mean, I love rigging, soft plastics on those. But let me just show you how to rig up that Scamper Head. This is the first one I've done. It was pretty simple. That's on that ham bone color fluke. Now, if you're using a different kind of soft plastic, there's a lot of them out there. I always throw the Zoom fluke, but there's other good ones too. Let's try it on. I'll try it on this birthday cake color, since it's nice and bright. You can see it good. So for you guys who have never thrown a fluke before, this is the salty super fluke. This is the big size. They are bigger. There are 6, and I don't know if there's an 8 too, but the 5-inch one is the one I'm throwing most of the time. But there's that birthday cake color. So now when you throw this, you're just gonna rig it like a regular, you know, you would a regular hook, but you want to keep your hook through the top part of the bait, the top part of the fluke, and just, it's a nice thin wire hook, so it goes through nice and easy. And this is that 1/32, right? Yeah, 1/32, it's a 2/0 hook. So I'm just gonna go along. Now, first of all, I'm gonna kind of measure it out in my mind. Now, once you do it a few times, you'll get the idea of how far you can go in on the fluke, like how far back. You could put a little mark there if you want, like with your thumb, just to kind of get an idea how much farther back I want to go. Put a little nick there in the plastic. But as I said, after you do it a couple times, you'll say, okay, well, I know how far I can go with that hook. And just run it through and keep it straight. You don't want it to run crooked. Straight through the bait, keeping it in the top in the thicker plastic. And I'm going to go down right about, maybe a little further, right about to there. And I'm keeping it right in the middle of the bait. And then you just kind of work it down. You're going to work the plastic over that weight, that lead part, nice and easy. Just keep pushing it down, and eventually it'll pop. And then you're going to get it right to the edge there, where you can tie on have your line tie out. You can even bury that line tie a little if you want to. But now, to me, that one's a little, I'd like to be a little more in the center, but it's really not that far off. Now, if I was actually out fishing, I probably wouldn't keep it that way. See how it's kind of to the side there? I don't really want it like that. I want it in the middle. And let me see. I haven't tried to like re-rig it. Let's see if I re-rig it, if it messes the bait up or not. I just want it to be a little more in the middle. So I can see right here. Okay, so I'm pretty straight. There's where I started to kind of mess it up a little bit. Whoops. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm trying to re-rig after not getting it where I want it. I had it down far enough, but I want it more in the middle of the plastic. I think that might be a little better. Let's see. I don't want it to be in that one side. But as I said, the more you do it, the more you'll get the hang of it. And even if you have to like push it down and even tear the top a little bit, I don't think it's going to mess it up too much. That's better. That's it, guys. Once you have that in there, and as I said, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. But it's pretty simple. You're just going to slide it right down that over that lead, and now you've got a fluke. And I'm going to be interesting to see how these run. Obviously, it's going to be heavier, and that's always the issue with the fluke because it's essentially a topwater bait. But this will get it to go down a little better. I want to see how it reacts in the water once, you know, with that weight in there. But I'm looking forward to trying it out. And it's pretty easy to rig it up. So that's the Scamper Rig. I got the 2/0 1/16, and this is the 2/0. What was that? 1/32, I believe. Yeah, always forgetting. 1/32. So that's that smaller one. And I'll show you what the weight size looks like. So if you want to go a little heavier, you've just got a little extra lead there. Kind of like, if you compare them, that's got just the first two spots of it. This one's got the bottom part, but it's kind of angled, so it should go through the bait pretty easily. I'll try and rig one up here on the, this is that new penny color I got. That's pretty cool. Try rigging this one up and see if I can do it straight, doing it on camera. But there's your, that's a cool color I got this year, that new penny. I haven't thrown that one yet. But the fluke kind of has like ridges, and if you stay in that middle ridge, you're going to be okay. So let me get an idea of how far back I want to go with my hook. Right about there, I'd say. So kind of right about there. Just kind of lining it up. with my thumb. So I'm going to kind of just put like a little mark in the plastic there, so I know where I want to come out. Okay. As I said, the more you do it, you're going to go, okay, I know how far back I can go. It's like anything. You'll get the hang of it after you do it a bit. So go straight through the bait. The key is to stay straight. Just like any time even when you do this with just an EWG hook, you got to stay straight on the fluke so it doesn't run crooked. The minute you throw a fluke, if you know you rigged it wrong by the way it swims. All right, I can cut, oops, I'm going out too soon. Right about, that looks like the mark I made right there. Not too bad. I keep getting it to the one side just a little bit. Actually, that's actually better than I thought. But you can see, even, you just slowly work it up. It'll eventually pull over that plastic. Cinch it down. Pretty cool. And just kind of maneuver it on the plastic there so that it's straight. And I'm kind of getting to that one side a little bit as I'm doing it. If I was going to fish these, I'd have to see how that ran and go, okay, that's not going to cut it. I got to sink that back down in there. Let's see if I just pick the hook and just move it a little. Oh, that's even better. And as I said, if I even pop that out and put a little, what I might even start doing is just put a little slit in the top there so I know where I'm going, because I do have it a little bit to the one side. But you guys get the idea. As I said, the more you practice it, the better you'll get. That's what it looks like. It's going to sit on the top there, and you can see here, I've got it just a little bit to the one side. So you want to get it that straight. I'd have to see how it swam. If it kind of swims funny, I would redo it. But as I said, you'll get the hang of it. But it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea. That's the Scamper Rig from Core Tackle. A new way to throw a fluke. And I'm looking forward to trying it out, because I love to throw a fluke. And if there's a different way, I can rig one of these up. I think the first one I did was the best. If I can find a different way to throw a fluke, to give it a different action, I will definitely do a video on this on the water when I first start throwing it, when fluke season, as we say, gets here. But they're really cool, guys. They're really cool. And as I said, they have them for those big, if you're throwing that 6-inch, or I don't even know if they have a bigger one. So this is just the beginning of this baits, or this hook setup. So, what different kind of baits you can throw it on. Who knows yet? We don't know. But it's the Core Tackle Scamper Rig. There's the two sizes. The 2/0 1/16, the 2/0 1/32. There's the packaging right there. If you guys have never heard of Core Tackle, there's the website on the back, coretackle.com. They've got lots of cool baits. I keep saying baits. Hooks. Core Tackle, the hover rig, the tush head. They've got swim jigs. So figured I'd show that to you guys. It looks. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. And don't forget the tush head. And if you even want to think those red ones kind of look cool, give them a try. They still got some of them last I looked. But it definitely looks like an interesting way to rig your fluke. I will definitely be trying this year. Who knows? This could become my favorite way to throw a fluke. Now, obviously, when we throw it on an EWG style hook, that's a little more weedless. I don't think I'd throw it like this around a lot of grass, but open water, for sure. Now, if you're throwing it over grass, and you can let it, if you've got grass that isn't topped out, got submergent grass, and you want to run this over the top of it, you've got a foot or two above the grass to work this fluke. With this setup, I think it'd be great. I just see it as being a really good hookup with that open hook there, and it's a very tacky, sharp hook. Very, very sharp. I thought I heard them mention they were using trocar hooks on there. I don't know yes, Eagle Claw trocar. So it's made with a trocar hook. And I thought, just looking at that hook point, that it was a trocar. So you know how sharp those trocars are. So it looks cool. Actually, I think the first one I did was actually the best one rigged. this one is not bad. It's a little bit to the left, but not too bad. This last one I did is probably my most off-center one, but I'm still learning. But you get, as I said, the more you practice it, you'll get the hang of it, how far you can go back with a hook. It's only a 2/0 hook, and you'll get the idea of how far you can go back with that 2/0. And who knows? I'll have to see how, if I'm a little to the left, how's it going to run? Is it going to really ruin the action, and I have to re-rig it, or is it still fine? It's just maybe not quite, perfect. We'll see. We'll see how they work when they're a little bit to the one side, even though I know the goal is always to be right on. It's only slightly off, so I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, but who knows? We shall see. That's it, guys. So if you like throwing a fluke, which I do, check out that Scamper Rig from Core Tackle. Cool idea. I got the couple of sizes here. I'll probably eventually try those bigger sizes with some bigger baits and see how it goes. I'm thinking of maybe that bigger size with like a sluggo. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. That might be an option for this summer fishing season. But that's it. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, let me know. Check out my other videos on the different Core Tackle hooks and rigs. CoreTackle.com. Check them out. We got some cool stuff. As I said, any questions, let me know. If you guys have actually gotten this in your fishing and you've tried it, let me know how you like it and what the action is like. I'm curious to see what the action actually is on the fluke. That's it. So thanks for watching. Please like and share my video here. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.